Good evening and welcome everyone to Connorsville Spartan basketball action as the Connorsville Spartans take on the Noblesville Millers alongside Nathan Shaw and Ronnie Wiley. And this is the Spartan pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Union Savings and Loan Association, Connorsville's hometown bank since 1892. Before the game, we spoke to Spartan coach Kerry Brown.
Kerry, tough opponent tonight.
Yeah, very good, very talented, very well coached. We've got our hands full tonight.
Last week, 1 of 2, got the conference victory, lost a close one to Newcastle. How was the Williams twins' absence affected that game against Newcastle?
Well, I mean, being at the second game of the weekend, maybe from a fatigue standpoint. I mean, Newcastle played Friday night, we played Friday night. They had the same guys, we had the same guys. So from that standpoint, but it maybe would have given us a little longer rotation. And, we could have used them, but it is what it is, and we couldn't control it. So we worry about the things we can control. It was next man up. We just didn't get the job done. And I give much of the credit to the Newcastle coaching staff and their team.
Noblesville last night knocked off Zionsville, missing one of their players, but still a 19-point victory. The schedule gets tougher from here on out until February.
Yeah, they're very good, very talented. They return a lot of last year's players like we do. The Smith kid's their point. He's really good. The Fine boy's another guard that's really good. Ahmed Ladori, and I'm probably butchering his name, number 2, is an extremely good ball player. And then Roberts, 23, about 6'5", athletic kid. So they've got 4 really, really good players and some good complementary pieces around them.
Last night, had an off night. What does that mean for this game tonight, have an off night last night?
Hopefully it means that we'll be fresh and maybe fatigue will bother them a little bit in their second game of the weekend. But I don't know. They play a bench, so we've got 2 guys back this week we didn't have last week. And for us, it's about just doing the things that we need to do, both offensively and defensively. And that's be unselfish, share the basketball, play together on both ends of the floor, and that's what we're trying to get better at.
Who's in the lineup tonight, Coach?
We'll go back with our normal starting lineup with Toby Billups, Josh Williams, Caleb Sparks, Lucas Barron, and Gage Brown.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Spartan coach Kerry Brown. Nathan, Kerry gave us the lineup for the Spartans, the Millers lineup.
Yeah, for the Millers, E.J. Smith starting at the guard position, a 17.8 point per game score, so nearly up there at 20, round up, give or take there. And then Lucas rebounds and assist numbers, also very solid, about 3 on both sides of that. You look at Aaron Fine, number 3, starting at the other guard position, 13.7 points per game, so the 2-headed monster. But let me tell you, this 10 bench in this roster gets deeper. Cooper Bean, number 5, at the forward position. Cooper Bean is a 9.9 point per game scorer. When I tell you this team scores from all cylinders, they really do. And then at the other forward position is number 24, Hunter Walton, 6'6", sophomore, who averages 2.4 points per game, 3.9 rebounds per game, which is really where he stands out in the rebounding category. And then number 32, Cameron Carnes, the forward, the 6'7" senior, very tall guy, let me tell you. 3.4 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game. What a solid roster they have. The bench only gets deeper.
They have a very tall team, probably so far the tallest team that we've played. And not just their starters, but they got a couple 6'3", 6'4" guys on the bench as well. So it's a talented team. Last night they really beat up on Zionsville, the number 1 4A team at Zionsville. Beat them by a score of 66-47. Of course, Kerry mentioned that during the interview that Zionsville was down 1 player. Maybe he said that before the interview. And but still, to get shell-shocked like that on their home floor, this is a tough team.
Let me tell you, tough team, tough arena as well. I mean, I'm out of breath walking up the stairs already.
Yeah, right.
And like you said, it's a very tall team. And their shortest guy is 5'11". You got to look, one of our tallest guys is 5'11", with that big Toby Billups at the point guard position. So there's a big difference in height tonight. It's really going to be who out-hustles who forces the most missed shots, who forces the most aggressive rebounding, who forces them inside and take the not very well taken shot, who forces them to just take sloppy plays.
Connorsville has to play at their pace. They have to contain the inside let them shoot outside. But again, getting the rebound, getting the glass for the Spartans is something that is key to this ballgame.
When you look at their shooting, and Cameron Carnes Cameron Carnes, yes, being the 56% field goal shooter around there. And really, I mean, that's not the best shooting whenever one of our guys shoots 46.
56 is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, but compared to Lucas Barron and James Williams, who both score 63% field goal shooting and 76% field goal shooting, it is incredible, but it's really up to, I mean, 50%. You're going to give him 50% of shots that he can make, and if he makes only 50% of those, it can go well for us, but you got to look.
Well, he's 6'7", so you'd probably imagine a lot of his stuff's in the paint. Probably get some kisses off the glass, maybe a few slams or two. So, again, got to contain those big guys. We have a couple of talking 6'4" guys. Gage is 6'6", but again, outside that, they definitely have the height advantage on the Spartans, but we have speed.
We do have a lot of speed, and we've seen that all year long, and it's really been a speed difference here this year, and you got to look at it. Compared to last year, the pacing has been way different. I mean, we went from being a 30-point-per-game scorer to 50-point-per-game scorer as a team. And, I mean, 30 points per game, I mean, that's some things NBA guys average. And for us to average that as a team, I mean, we still had much success with it because we've been a defensive-focused team. But tonight, it's up to defense a lot. But this team scoring 90 points at its highest at one point. And it's really up to who plays the best defense.
Yeah, Noblesville averages 63.7 points per game. They allow 58.8 points per game. As the Spartans, they average 51.4 points per game, and they give up 41 points per game. So, again, the Spartan defense could be the key tonight. And as Kerry mentioned during the interview, Nathan, hopefully fatigue might be setting in. And also too, when you have that big victory against a top-ranked opponent like they did last night against Noblesville or Zionsville, the high could come down and burst your bubble pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that last week with Greensburg and Newcastle games back-to-back weekend, and I mean, you were there commentating the Newcastle game. I was with you at the Greensburg game. The Spartans looked like a whole different team both nights, and you could tell fatigue was setting in. That's the best thing they can pray for tonight. I mean, they got to get the fatigue down, and because if they're able to have less fatigue throughout the game, you're going to have that fatigue, obviously. But if you're able to maintain it better, maintain your speed better, play more composed, you're going to take this step into the sectional games and possibly regional games, wherever they go in the postseason. You're going to take those steps, and you're going to be able to play at a more pace level throughout both those games because you're not going to be playing on separate nights. You're going to be playing once a week.
All right, yeah.
You're going to be playing twice in a day.
Well, that in sectional time, you play 3 games a week. Spartans had a day off last night, or didn't play a game last night, which could be a factor in this ball game as well, as they're well rested. Again, Kerry talks about the conference being the first goal. We need to remember that last week they got a big conference win against Greensburg.
Yeah, and that conference win is always nice to have, but you got to look at it, and for them to maintain their high is another good thing to have. They were on a high mentality after that. They were highly motivated after that game, after that buzzer beater from Billups. Well, not the buzzer beater, but the go-ahead basket to win the game for Billups. And you got to look at it. That had them a whole other mentality throughout that whole series of that game. And then heading into this week, that should be another thing that should help them out and boost their confidence against this team because they know they can have a guy that can make those shots now.
Yeah, the Spartans are a team that, without question, when all the ingredients are mixed together, is a very tough team. They're playing a tough team in Noblesville, and we will be back right after this as we are closing the pregame show, brought to you by our good friends at Union Savings and Loan. We'll be back with the starting lineups in the national anthem.
Union Savings and Loan is an old-school community bank founded in Connorsville in 1892 and still locally owned and operated today. Union Savings and Loan offers hometown service with great rates on CDs and deposit accounts and local loan approvals when you need financing. They also have a trust department, and with 2 locations in town, downtown at 730 Central Avenue and uptown at 500 West 30th Street, Union Savings and Loan is truly Connorsville's hometown bank. Union Savings and Loan, people you know, neighbors you trust.
We pay tribute to those who have fought for freedom, to those who are currently protected, and to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. And now joining stage is the Noblesville High School 10 band under the direction of Eric Thornberry plays our national anthem. Noblesville High School, welcome to Noblesville, home of Noblesville basketball. As we welcome our visitors to the Connorsville Spartans, taking on the home team of Noblesville Raiders. And now, let's see the games for both teams. First and 15, Connorsville Spartans. At forward,
And it's being introduced here in Noblesville. I want to say Zionsville since they beat Zionsville last night. It's here in Noblesville. Good to see the Williams twins back in action.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's nice to see them back in action. Both James and Josh, both of them being out last week in the Newcastle and Greensburg game. And I was talking to Josh earlier this week, and he was talking about how great it would have been to play a game there in Newcastle and play the game for the conference, especially since they beat them last year in the sectional. He's really high on that, really excited to see that, but sadly they weren't able to play in it, but hopefully they'll make a big difference in the post.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, again, Kerry talked about it, can only go about 7 deep during that Newcastle game. You know, hopefully we'll have the full bench here tonight. Didn't get an injury report to find out if anybody's dinged up a little bit, but you know, again, that extra day off last night should help the Spartans as the Zionsville Millers are being introduced.
Well, I mean, if you look over there, your left, if you can see that from the monitor on the screen on your TV, they have the starting lineups on their mini jumbotrons.
Oh, that's
Minitron.
nice,
Yeah, it's very nice, and the observation I made.
Yeah, we definitely need to have that at the bowl. That's very, very nice.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that would be great.
Hopefully before, well, it won't be by the time I'm out, but hopefully it's whenever I come back.
Yeah, you can bring it back. That's what you can do when you come back from wherever you are, the life nation. Connorsville, of course, coached by Gary Brown, and Scott McGledden is the coach of Zionsville. He's in his first year overall, 6-5. Of course, that big win last night against Zionsville. A big notch in his cap of coaching. Gage Brown gets the jump for Spartans. Hunter Walston, no, that wasn't Hunter, that was Cameron Carnes as the Spartans control the tip. Toby Billups brings it down. Got to be patient offensively against this big team. James Williams dishes it off to Caleb Sparks. Sparks back to Billups. Billups drives inside. He's dishing it back off to Williams, who has a nice shot for 3. He scores.
Great find there by Billups. I mean, way to drive baseline, way to drive from the top of the key, go all the way in, go through the baseline, swing it out to Williams. And you see the coverage just sunk in on Billups because they're used to seeing that drive on tape. You've seen that drive from Billups a lot, and you're not used to him dishing that out. You're usually used to him taking the layup. That's how he chose the smarter decision.
He was going to finish it right there as the Millers are on the attack. That's Cooper Beam with the ball. Now it's number 24, which is Hunter Walston. E.J. Smith with the basketball, dishing it off to, and see what his number is from way up here. Smith with the basketball again. That's Hunt Walston. Oh, that's a nice inside. Oh, they're going to call that on Caleb. Thought Caleb stole that against Carnes. And looks like Carnes is going to the line for that. Didn't know he was actually in the act of shooting, but doesn't matter what I think. Carnes has 2 free opportunities coming up.
Well, you look at what Sparks just did. It's a matter of playing with poise and smart aggression. It's nice to play with that kind of aggression, but you don't want to foul that early, especially as a team or as a single individual player, and being one of the starters as well. You're going to have it happen, but you don't want it to happen this early in the game.
Carnes makes both of his, and Toby Billups brings it down to the Spartans, up 3-2 against Noblesville here in Noblesville. Toby Billups with the basketball on his left side, dished by Kevin Sparks. Sparks has the basketball again. Gage Brown deep and did not threw that one away. Tried to get Lucas Barron, and Smith drives inside for 2.
You know, we can't ignore, although the play didn't end up how they wanted it to, we can't ignore Caleb's crisp passing. You look at the pass to Billups, it was very crisp. Led him right to the position he wanted to be in. Just Sadly, a turnover there by Brown as he looks to get a shot up here, but he'll be fouled. Or maybe it's out of bounds. Never mind.
Out of bounds, Gage. Fast touch by Noblesville. Gage Brown glued by number 32, Cameron Carnes. Toby Billups with the basketball on the right side. Smith is on him. Caleb shoots and misses. Number 5 comes down with the rebound. Smith has the basketball for Noblesville. They're on the attack. They're up 4-3. Aaron Fine with the basketball. Brings it back out to number 24, Hunter Walston. Walston over to Carnes. Smith with the basketball. He's with Bean. Bean drives inside on James Smith. He goes inside. He gets the bucket. Nice moves there from Aaron Bean. And Noblesville is up 6-3 on the Spartans. Toby Billups looking over the offense for the Spartans. Spartans not panicking at all. Caleb Sparks dishes it off to, nice, deep, beautiful feed there from Josh to Lucas.
The ball movement was impeccable on that play. You really got to look at how they fed Williams. Williams was able to feed Barron as he drove inside and made the cut they needed just to set him up to a 1-point deficit.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play there from the Spartans. I like it when the basketball doesn't touch the ground. That's Fine with the basketball right there. Fine over to, he's taking a 3 wide open there, in and out, and rebound there from Carnes, and James is going after it, and there's a whistle, and it looks like they're going to get Gage on that, not quite sure.
Yeah, Josh Williams really hustled there on that play to make the defensive effort, and then Brown, it looks like he may have fouled him there, and just did not result well for the Spartans as Brown played a little too aggressive.
Yeah,
needs to play some more poise.
Carnes gets a quick dish, and he goes to his left side, and the lead now is 8-5. Nice play there from Carnes. Nice dish inside by Bean. Toby Billups with the basketball on the left side. Bean is on him. Caleb Sparks over to Toby. Toby driving a little bit, coming. Now that Lucas takes a head fake, he's going to the hoop. No, he dishes out to Gage. Josh takes a shot from inside the three-point line. That is a little long. And Bean comes down with it.
The contest there is what threw off Josh's shot, and you really got to look at how it wasn't a terrible shot. It's just sadly the contest came sooner a lot more than later, and that's not what he wanted at all. But he can't ignore Barron's find. That was such an amazing find to Brown.
Noblesville turns it over on a walk. Josh going to be turning it in. They're throwing it in, turning it in. So what you do to a library book. Here comes Toby Billups, the general, dishing it off to Lucas, back to Josh. Over to Josh. Gage Brown way outside, which brings their bigs out. Inside, Caleb breaking free. He shoots a 3, and he's got it. Now we got a tie ball game right now, 8-8.
Let the shooter shoot. Let me tell you, Sparks, you give him the shot, he's going to take it as many times as he can. I mean, we saw him do it earlier, and he did it again. And was just able to sink it that time, just right off the swish.
Nice move there from Bean on to Josh, and he's put Noblesville up 2. Caleb Sparks on the left side. Gage Brown way out. We don't normally see him outside the three-point line. Seen him a lot tonight. Lucas trying to get his defender up on that. The defender wasn't fooled at all as Toby Billups has the basketball. Smith on him. Toby Billups looking over his offense. Down to the Spartans. To Noblesville. Toby Billups tries to find somebody open. Caleb's on the left side. Spartans have not been able to get inside too much. That's going to be a foul. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Hunter Walston. We'll find out what the guys in stripes say. That's Walston's. I think it's his second foul. It's very hard to hear the PA announcer as James is trying to dish it in. Caleb shoots for 3. Caleb shoots. He's got it. And that puts the Spartans up by 1, 11-10.
We saw that way downtown shot the other night in Newcastle. A couple nights ago in the tournament, in the Hall of Fame tournament, we saw that downtown shot.
Nice move, nice defensive play from the Spartans. Didn't get any contact, and Spartans have a chance to extend the lead up to 11-10. Josh with the three. It's in and out. Rebound there from Alamadavar. He's in for Newcastle. Number 23 is in for Newcastle. Preston Roberts. Bean's driving. Boy, they're just really just making moves on the Spartans that they can't stop. Nice move there from Bean. Quick moves there from Newcastle when they get inside on the Spartans. And now they're up by 1. Josh going all the way, and he gets it. And the Spartans up 1 now, 13-12. Fine over to Smith. Smith shoots a 3, and he's got it. Wow, that was an NBA 3 there from E.J. Smith.
This guy averages 18 points a game. I mean,
you got to stop him.
He's going to take those shots, and it's really about closing out on him on the right time at the right moment.
Yeah, I'll put a hand in that guy's face because he's a shooter. Toby Billups driving inside. He's tripped up by Smith. Going to be a foul on him. Toby Billups, not a shooting foul. Josh Williams going to be bringing it in. Here comes James Williams and Braxton Myers in for the Spartans, replacing Lucas Barron and Gage Brown.
Myers had a chance 2 games in Newcastle and Greensburg to start and really played amazing in those 2 games. That played great defense. There's a solid playmaker and solid defensive aggressor for the Spartans.
Braxton Myers has the basketball briefly, back over to Toby. James is setting the screen for Toby. Toby on Smith, dishes it out to now Braxton. Right, Braxton's going to go all the way, and it looked like he took a step, and he did.
It wasn't a bad decision at all to go for the pump fake. Just wasn't the type of drive he wanted. I mean, to get called in the travel, not what you want any time. You just got to play smarter and play with more poise. Like I've been saying, I feel like that's the theme of this game so far for the Spartans, is playing with more poise.
I think he was shocked that the lane was wide open for him, and he thought he better take it. Forgot he needed to dribble as Noblesville back on the attack, up to 15-13. That's fine with the basketball. Smith is hacked by James.
Well, Josh is used to playing this kind of Josh is used to playing this kind of a talent. In the AAU games he's played with Barron, him and Lucas Barron and James have played AAU for multiple years. So has Billups as well. And Josh is one of those guys who really eats up the spotlight when it comes to these type of games, and he outperforms every time. And we saw him do that in the Homestead game. Had about 12 points that game. Really played well. And the ISC broadcasters, Greg Gregshaw, is talking highly about him.
E.J. Smith with the basketball way out there. Toby on him. Intercepted there from James. Connorsville on the attack, down 2. Now throws it away, and it looked like it went off a Miller, and so the Spartans retain possession. Spartans down to 18.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Carter Bodwell in for the Spartans. James looking to Josh looking to his brother James. James is driving on number 23. It's kicked by number 2, Luke Alamadavar. Josh Williams bringing it inside. Gets it over to Carter on the left side. Connorsville winding down here this first quarter. Braxton Myers with the basketball. Here comes Toby driving. He's going to go all the way, and he scores, and we got a tie ball game.
That's his shot right there, and you see James get the tip at the buzzer. That's really his shot.
After 1 quarter, it's 15-15. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Service the old-fashioned way. The dependable service you need for your car or truck is always available at Goff's Auto Care and Tire Center in Connorsville and Brookville. Experienced mechanics are ready to correct the problem using the best replacement products that will have your vehicle running like new again. Shane Goff is waiting to serve you at 600 Western Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-2588 and Charlie Goff in Brookville at 9197 State Road 101. 647-2222 is the phone number. Goff Auto Care and Tire Center. George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment welcomes you to stop by our Connorsville location at 330 East 5th Street. George's is proud to offer you friendly hometown services and the convenience of free delivery. Also, our medical equipment staff is there to help with whatever you need. George's Floral and Gifts has that special something for any occasion, birthdays, weddings, bereavement, or to brighten someone's day. George's Pharmacy, we are here for you, 765-825-6251.
Back here at Noblesville, entertaining first quarter, 15-15. Lots of inside shots that the Millers made on the Spartans. But the Spartans have had a couple of threes, a couple from Josh Williams and one from Caleb Sparks, maybe two from Caleb. I think.
Yeah,
maybe
two from Sparks and
yeah.
one from Williams.
Yeah,
and I mean, the shooting is on display tonight, and we haven't seen. That's one thing we missed from Josh Williams while he was out was his shooting.
That threat right there. Number two goes inside. That's number 23 for nice. Don't know what they're going to call now. It looks like it's going to be a blocking foul against Josh Williams. That's going to be his. No, James Williams, they called him that. One of them went down. That's the 14th foul for the Spartans. And at the line is Preston Roberts. He hits his first one to give the Millers a 1-point lead against the Spartans.
Well, you're going to notice a lot of fouls tonight because you really look at this is a high-caliber finishing team, and that's one of the difference makers for the Spartans tonight is, yes, they can finish, but tonight we haven't seen us go inside as much, and when we have, we've dished it outside.
Millers back up by two. Carter Baldwell with basketball to Toby Billups. Over to Josh Williams. Billups drives. Josh to the corner. Looks like he's driving a little bit. Throws it to Roberts or Luke Aladabra. He goes inside. Now it's a 4-point lead for Noblesville. Toby Billups back with the basketball, bringing pressed a little bit from Luke.
Roberts is going coast to coast. And it's just a smart, it's a matter of the turnover in the play. You look at Williams' turnovers that allowed the coast-to-coast layup there for Roberts. Roberts was able to dish it behind Bodwell and keep it contained, and it just went all the way with it.
Connorsville threw it away right there. Those long cross-court passes when a player's in your view is oftentimes met with a turnover, and the Millers now have a 4-point lead against the Spartans. As Toby Billups comes out, Gage Brown comes back in for the Spartans, so is Lucas Barron. Fighting with the basketball, he shoots a three off. Gage Brown with the rebound, and Sparks brings it up from Sparks to Josh Williams. Josh calls out the play for the offense. Over to Lucas Barron. Sparks with the basketball. Over to Brown, who's way out. Normally we've seen him out a lot tonight. Braxton Myers with the basketball. It looks like it's going to be away from the ball foul against Newcastle. Not sure who is going to be called. Looks like it's going to be Preston Roberts with the foul. Newcastle's third foul.
You know, one of the interesting things I noticed tonight is that Josh Williams is playing the point guard position currently for the Spartans. The Sparks playing the two. Well, either way, it's replaceable with Sparks or Myers playing the two, but you really got to notice that. And the mismatch on defense, the mismatch isn't a bad mismatch at all. I mean, you've got Myers and Smith, one of the best defensive players on the Spartans team. I mean, they're all great defensive players, but Myers being one of the ones that stands out.
Another foul against Noblesville. That's their fourth team foul. 2 quick fouls on Noblesville. Connorsville again down 4. Gage.
The good thing is there's plenty of time left with about 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, first half as well. And it's really just a matter of making the right play at this point.
Josh Williams drives inside. He's fouled. Fouled by Cooper Beam. That's their fifth foul. Yeah, it is their fifth foul. Just turned to 5. Connorsville, no points so far here in this second quarter, down 19-15. Josh Williams triggers it in for the Spartans. Inside to Gage, another foul. Not sure who that's going to be on. It might be on number 32. We'll find out who that's on. Yeah, I couldn't quite. Maybe I think it might have been on. Didn't know who they called that on. Looking over here, yeah, it's on 32. Cameron Carnes. That's his first foul. Their team's 6th. Connorsville can only hope that they get into the bonus to get some free points here in this second quarter. Scoreless so far for the Spartans. Williams with the basketball over to Smith, over to Luke Sollenbarger, who's in the ball game. He goes to his left side and is almost stolen from, and Carter almost had it stolen away there from Smith. He goes to his left side over to Sollenbarger, back to Josh Williams. Josh to Caleb Sparks as the Spartans slowing things down.
It's a lot of poorly led passes tonight from the Spartans. You gotta look at it. I mean, you saw Sollenbarger's pass to Baldwell, which is poorly led. That's really what's causing these turnovers tonight. And luckily, we haven't had one of those.
Josh Williams drives, beautiful move there from Josh Williams. Split the defenders, went up with his right hand and cuts the lead to 2, 19-17, as Smith from Noblesville brings it up courts. And he drives and dishes off to the big man, and he's fouled by Williams. He's going to go to the line for 2. I tell you what, that's what they teach you. You get the ball inside, you're going to go straight up and hopefully either get the hoop or get the foul. And Carnes got the foul there on Williams. Josh Williams, that's his second foul. Carnes hits his first one.
Yeah, and you got to look, it's a matter of finishing tonight. And really, like I mentioned earlier, the finishing was going to be a big difference maker tonight for the Spartans. And if we can finish at the same caliber they can, get to the line at the same points they can, we should be able to keep this a close game and hopefully come out with a W. But so far, it's not the case.
31-17 as Carnes hits both his. Carter Bodwell dishing it across the timeline to Sparks. Sparks to Carter, who has it knocked away, but he's fouled by Preston Roberts. And Carter's going to go to the line for 2. Talked about those free opportunities.
I mentioned earlier getting those opportunities at the line. And here it is, one of those points where we're getting that opportunity to hopefully sink these 2 free throws. Which if I look here, I believe Bodwell's a 64% free throw shooter. Yeah, 64% free throw shooter. So hopefully he'll be able to sink these with his caliber of shooting at the free throw line.
Carter makes his first shot. Counts. Down 3 the Spartans are. Carter one more shot.
We don't see Bodwell go to the line a lot, and that's one of the things I feel like would be a big difference maker for the Spartans if we see him drive a little bit more, get that contact. It'd be a very big difference maker for the Spartans. But, I mean, he's a solid shooter, as we saw him miss that second one, sadly. But he is a really solid shooter and has a great opportunities. And whenever he gets the chances, he makes them.
Smith driving, lays it up. And Noblesville up 5 now on the Spartans. Carter Baldwell bringing it up for the Spartans. He sees a little bit of a lane and dishes off to Sparks way over the head of Lucas Barron.
It's just another instance of the poorly led pass. Obviously, he was trying to find Barron. I mean, it was between Barron or Brown, but it was definitely Barron in this case. And just sadly, he wasn't able to get it perfectly timed enough, or perfectly placed for him to get it to Barron.
Fine to Smith. Smith who dishes off to number 2, Luke Almendavar, and now the lead is 8. Just like that for Noblesville as Luke Sollenbarger is called for the walk.
You can't be happy with that right after giving up a big possession like that on Noblesville part to hopefully, this is a chance for them to bring within double digits.
Spartans call timeout, 30 seconds. We'll be back here on the Spartan Sportsnet.
The place to eat in Connorsville is Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, 303 West 30th Street. Dine inside or carry out at home or where you work. Delivery from Mancino's is always free. The number to call, 825-6155. Choose from a large menu, and there is a special youngsters menu. Choose the house specialty, the Great Spartan Classic. Enjoy the sports atmosphere by viewing all the Spartan sports memorabilia. Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, 303 West 30th Street. Phone number 825-6155. A proud Spartan booster.
Back here in Noblesville, 4:08 to go here in the second quarter. Connorsville down 26-18. Things have gotten away this last minute and a half of game time.
Yeah, they really let it slip, and for it being a minute and a half, since we last saw the Spartans score, earlier it was being 6 minutes and 30 where they went scoreless. They scored their first three-pointer. Or no, they had a free throw and then an inside drive by Josh Williams to give the Spartans a 2-point deficit, and now they just let things slip away.
That's why Carey called timeout to calm the troops. Still a long way to go in this ball game, not even halfway here through this second quarter. Luke Almendavar is bringing it in for Newcastle, off to find Carter Bodwell all over him. Fine drives inside, and it's a foul on the floor. Couldn't tell if he was... Who's he going to call that on? But it definitely gets the Spartans. And Fine is going to the line. That was called on Carter Bodwell, his first. Aaron Fine with the chance to put Noblesville up 10. His first shot, it goes too hard off the back of the rim. Gage Brown high to get the rebound. Carter Bodwell over to Toby Billups. Sollenbarger inside to Gage Brown, who goes all the way. And for that one, cuts the lead to 6. Fine brings the basketball back up for Noblesville. Drives to his left side on Carter Bodwell. Smith over to Bean. Back to Bean. He shoots a 3 off the rim. High to get the rebound is Toby Billups. Toby slows the offense down for the Connorsville Spartans. Down 6 over to Luke Sollenbarger, and Luke walks again. His second walk.
And for Sollenbarger, you got to be getting a little frustrated right now. And as you should be. You have 2 travels in the last minute, and it's caused some forced possessions for their part, and it's really not what you want this late in the half.
Carter Sollenbarger replaced by Braxton Myers. Fine. Bean with the basketball over to Fine, who makes an athletic catch. He goes against Carter, and somehow under the basket gets the kiss off the glass, and Noblesville back up 8. Bodwell bringing it up. Luke Almendavar on him. Carter goes to his left. Braxton Myers with the basketball. Fine on him. Toby Billups has the basketball. Smith on him as Toby drives to his left side. He's wanting a call, being tripped, slow to get up is Toby. Shot there from Braxton off, and Noblesville off and running. A nice rejection there from Braxton Myers, who brought that back. Nice move from him, and Barron goes inside. Nice dish from Toby Billups. Spartans down 6. Smith with the basketball. Over to Cooper Bean. Aaron Fine with the basketball. He's got a couple of guys on him. Almendavar with the shot. Nice touch from the Noblesville shooter, and now they're up 9. Less than 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Toby Billups with the basketball, goes to his left side, looks like he's going all the way, and he's fouled by Luke Alamdavar. Toby's going to go to the basketball for 2 shots.
Like I said, the drive, the boys inside is really what's going to help separate this game. If the Spartans can keep driving and get the contact, get the and ones, get the layups, if they're able to get any sort of contact in the paint, they're able to bring this game within close.
Just found out the Cincinnati Bengals won their first playoff game in a while, 26-19 over the Las Vegas Raiders, who was, ironically enough, when they were in Oakland, or LA, I think it was the last team that the Bengals beat, as Toby Billups misses that shot hard off the rebound. Nice play there from Braxton Myers to tip that away as the Spartans down 9.
That's my go-to park move.
Yeah.
If I'm from behind and I'm chasing them down, I'm just going to go rip it straight from behind them. So
I'd probably rip your arms off doing that on that cement there in the park.
The only difference between Braxton and I is I'm not able to get that steal.
Yeah. And Braxton, obviously, Toby thought he was going to take a 3 right there. Carter thought about it as well. Smith on him. Carter driving and scoops it up. You don't see that much, but love to see that go in there. Alam Darvar, he's dangerous from 3, over to Smith, wide open for 3. Smith got it. Noblesville up 12 now against the Spartans. Can't leave that guy open at all. Toby Billups with the basketball. Alam Darvar on him. So we bring it to the right side. Less than 45 seconds to go here in this half. Connorsville needs to make something happen right here. Get a little bit of oomph going into the locker room. Carter Bodwell deep outside with the basketball. Brings it to the middle of the court. 30 seconds to go. Spartans definitely going to be taking the last shot, or at least hoping to. Like to cut it within double digits right here. 2 would do it. Carter loses it a little bit, and it's a held ball, and it's Connorsville basketball. Carter's helped up by the Noblesville players. He is holding his head. No, it's Noblesville basketball. I thought the possession arrow was with Connorsville. Yeah, now they are saying it's Connorsville basketball.
We can't ignore how rugged Bodwell is playing tonight. He's really playing tough tonight. I mean, you saw him fight for the held ball, fight for the ball on the ground. And I think he's going to be one of the difference makers tonight for the Spartans on defense.
That's what he does very well. We're coming up on 5 seconds to go. Toby Billups with the basketball over to Caleb Sparks. Caleb drives over to Gage, who shoots it up. We played 1 full half here in Noblesville. Noblesville 34, Connorsville 22. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency. That is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-5111. Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, gives you the very best deals in tires. Don's has all major brands available, in stock and in all price ranges. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires, in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles in prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connorsville. The phone number is 825-7730.
Back here in Noblesville, very interesting half. The first quarter was a 15-15 tie, and then Noblesville just took over, able to get inside. They scored 19 points in that second quarter. Connorsville only scored 7. They're down 12, 34 to 22. Spartans weren't able to get inside that first quarter, able to a little bit in the second half, but the difference has been the speed of Noblesville being able to drive inside and penetrate and get those easy buckets.
Well, it's not just the speed, it's the defensive effort from Noblesville. I mean, we're playing defense but they're really, really converting on those fast break points, and that's really the big difference maker here for the Spartans. Yes, they have speed, and we can see that very clearly tonight, but any chance you get a fast break opportunity, you're usually going to typically score that. I'm sure most of these guys play the same speed. We watched both teams. They play at the same speed when they go up the court. It's just really defensive effort from Noblesville, and their timing on getting the steals and their timing on getting the turnovers forced.
Not some not so good passes for the Spartans have led the Noblesville Millers to get some easy points.
Yeah, it's really been a lot of misled passes. We've seen the pass from Sparks to Barron over his head, the pass from Saulbarger to Bondwell. It was led a little bit too far where E.J. Smith got the steal and the turnover against the Spartans and was able to score, and that's really what's going to set apart this game tonight. If they don't clean that up by the second half, I think it could be a done deal.
Definitely the Spartans need to clean up their offensive effort and their defensive effort as well. I had not seen a team this year fool our defenders when they're in the paint and driving as the Noblesville Millers has done tonight. Connorsville Spartans, of course, was off last night. Noblesville played Zionsville, the number 1 team ranked in 4A, and worked out on them 66-47. Very unexpected score. If you look at Zionsville, they've had a very tough schedule and has really solidified their number 1 ranking. But last night, Noblesville, who went in with a 5-5 record, showed them who was number 1.
Yeah, and it's really just a big upset the Noblesville Millers, because I mean you'd think they'd be fatigued by tonight, playing against such a high caliber team as they did last night, playing another high caliber team tonight. You think they'd have a little bit of fatigue going on in this game.
No, they don't.
A little bit of soreness, and let me tell you, it is not showing. They've had a full night's rest, and they got in their ice baths, and they're good.
Yeah, they are playing very good basketball. EIAC action that tonight or earlier on this afternoon, Franklin County beat East Central at East Central. What a tough conference EIAC is this year.
Yeah, Franklin County's really stepped up its game a lot. I mean, they beat Greensburg earlier in the year. They beat East Central. East Central and Greensburg being 2 of the toughest opponents the Spartans have played in past years. All we got hope for is they beat Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, and I mean, this is not the every year coming in, the first goal is to win conference. That is the first goal for Kerry Brown's Connorsville Spartans, is to win conference. And again, we got the conference with a big victory against Greensburg last week. But again, it's not over.
No, there's still plenty of time to go before the season's over. I mean, we're looking at it. There's about a month left, if my math is correct. And I know for a fact my math is not correct on the scoring with how much scoring there's been on both sides of the ball. About 55 points total so far tonight. But we really look at it, and the conference is so tough, like you said. You look at Chad Cox, one of the guys that helps lead as a senior going to IU East next year for Franklin County. Has been a big difference maker for Franklin County Wildcats. And you take a further look at the East Central, and they lost a lot of seniors. Lawrenceburg lost a couple guys as well. I believe they got Jackson Bobo coming back. And another team is Greensburg. Greensburg lost a couple seniors. We saw how high of a caliber team they were, but yet again we were shorthanded last week, and now we're at full strength. So I think it could be a very different ball game within this conference heading into the rest of the year.
Got to give a shout out to our good friends listening to the ball game on TV3, also on YouTube as well. Jimmy and Beth Heisel listening to the game. They are Spartan faithful through and through. Also, Larry Myers, the voice of the Spartans, him and Melissa listening to the game here on TV3. Thanks for joining us here in Noblesville. Spartans down 34-22. The inside play from the Spartans, been able to drive, but not enough against this really good and very tall Millers team.
No, they really have been able to shoot. They've been able to drive. They've been able to finish. And it's really just the passing. The passing hasn't been enough to keep up with the Noblesville Millers. And it's really hard to believe that this has been one of our highest scoring halves of the season. About 22 points. We played very well this half. as scoring-wise. But passing and playmaking-wise, it's not been as good.
Looking at the rest of the schedule for the Spartans, got Mount Vernon coming up. Again, we talked about the EIAC, which is very, very tough and very, very loaded this year. We have some non-conference games that we're going to be talking about all season long. Not just Noblesville here, but we got Jennings County. We got Mount Vernon. We got Lawrence North. We got Northeastern, who's not a slouch this year. I mean, we have some non-conference games this year that is very, very tough. We got a loaded schedule. If we think we're going to walk through this season unscathed, that's not correct. I mean, it's a tough schedule that these Spartans face. But again, last year we went through that 4-game period where we just couldn't win a ball game at all, and it seemed like we just lost all. But we played tough against Lawrence North, and after that, that was the pick-me-up that we needed.
Right now, we're looking at a 4-game period over the break. Well, 6 games if you want to consider the tournament before Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You look at the tournament at home, we went 1-1. You look at the Hall of Fame tournament, we went 0-2. You look at Greensburg and Newcastle, went 1-1 on that weekend. So we're 2-6 or 2-4 over the last 6 games in the past. So you could say we're in a little bit of a slump in a sense. 2-4. I don't know why my math went to 2-6, but 2-4.
Oh, 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games. So 2-4 last couple games. Started out the season 8-0, went 9-1, and then went 10-4. And it's really a matter of how you pick yourself out of this kind of drought. I don't think it's a bad thing to say that we're in a drought right now. We're in a little bit of a slump. We've been in a little bit of a slump as a team. Communication's not been all there on offense and defense especially. So I think we have a lot to pick up.
Coming close to ending this halftime. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Whitewater Eye Center Connorsville provides vision care for every member of your family. This includes treatment for eye diseases and injuries, just one of its many services. Services that include glasses and contacts, frames for every budget, sunglasses, and a large selection of eyewear. Complete vision care for every member of your family. Yours at Eye Center of Connorsville. Scheduling an appointment for a complete eye exam is as easy as calling 825-6000. Whitewater Eye Center Connorsville, located at 2045 Virginia Avenue. Your vision is our focus. Urban Winkler Funeral Home in Connorsville and Liberty is a family-owned funeral home. Urban Winkler Funeral Home considers it an honor to be selected to care for a family member at the time of a passing. The friendly staff at Urban Winkler Funeral Home pledges to care for all your family needs to the best of their ability. 2 locations to serve you: in Connorsville at 513 West 8th Street and in Liberty at 310 North Main Street.
Back here at Noblesville triggers in the basketball. That's fine with it. Over to Smith, over to Hunter Walston. Smith with the basketball. Boy, he's been good tonight, getting inside and outside. Bean with a nice from Josh Williams. He's going to go all the way as Smith tries to get him. Oh, and it's missed by Smith, but Caleb Sparks with the rebound. Put back by Lucas Barron, and the Spartans down 10.
Yeah, Josh Williams is a little too fast-paced there. Saw the man coming, got a little scared there on the bucket. Wasn't able to sink it, but the good thing was Sparks was able to pick up as he gets 2 boards back-to-back. Was able to feed Barron inside.
Yeah, Smith with that in-and-out shot right there. Spartans looking to capitalize, cut it within double digits right here. Barron looking for a call inside as he was tripped. Josh Williams with a 3 that goes in and out. Smith with the rebound over to Bean, who had to Fine with that. I thought Fine was going to take it right there.
We got to look at Williams. He's getting a little – he's a great shooter, but that's not the kind of shot you want, especially from that deep. So it's a matter of slowing yourself down and being ready to take the right shots.
Fine with a walk right there, and Connorsville looking to capitalize on another turnover from Noblesville. 2 out of their 3 possessions have ended in a turnover. But again, their first move has really, it just has really fooled our defenders. I haven't seen that with any team at all. Toby going over to Josh Williams to Lucas Barron. Lucas walks. A lot of walks here tonight.
I feel it's a marathon at this point. A lot of speedy plays, a lot of traveling violations, and we're walking a marathon tonight.
Fine brings the basketball up. He dishes it over number 3. And there's another walk. Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, taking a walk in the park, a walk marathon, as you mentioned.
It's a 5K.
I'd be winded.
Well, let me tell you, I'd be winded at a 1K. I mean, I walked all the way up those stairs. I was winded.
That's like a marathon. Toby Billups with the basketball. Gage Brown way outside. Back over to Toby Billups. Seen him drive just a couple of times. Josh is driving. Caleb Sparks inside. Josh on fine. He's going in and out, zigging and zagging. Lucas Barron with the basketball. And to Gage Brown. Give and go right there. Beautiful play there from Gage Brown and Lucas Barron. Connorsville cuts the lead to 8, 34-26. Connorsville playing much more tight here in this third quarter, as Noblesville has, without question, not been as good this quarter. You might want to say it's because of the Connorsville defense.
We're a high-caliber defensive team. I mean, we have an 11-point differential, and tonight that may not be the case with already being down 10, but, 8, sorry, at 12 at one point, but that may not be the difference tonight.
Another Noblesville turnover. It's a foul. Connorsville. Toby Billups bring the basketball up. Looking over his offense, looking over the defense. Gage Brown back over to Toby Billups. Toby's driving. He's got a clear lane, and he gets it in and out, and that's going to be Connorsville basketball. Toby not happy with missing that. Wow, that was something you rarely see. 99% of the time he's going to make it. Toby Billups going to be triggering it in. And that's going to be a foul. Connorsville foul against Gage Brown. Those away from the ball fouls is what drives you absolutely bonkers as a coach. As Fine dishes it off to Bean. Bean to Olive Drive. That guy shoots from 40. He don't care. Gage Brown comes up with the rebound. Connorsville opportunity to cut it to 6.
I was all the way from the suburbs of Indianapolis.
Yeah, it sure was. As Williams, Josh goes in, throws it up really hard, and battles for the rebound. It comes down to, and there's a timeout there from Noblesville. We'll take a 30-second timeout here.
You will find the answer to your every flooring need at Foles Flooring at 301 Beach Street in Connorsville. Yes, Foles Flooring has a large selection of carpet and tile, also vinyl and laminates, luxury vinyl tiles, and hardwoods. You will receive a free estimate on your choice of flooring plus expert installation. Their friendly staff will help you through the entire process. Foles Flooring also provides bathroom upgrades, remodeling, and custom shower systems at 301 Beach Street, Connorsville. 765-692-0800 is the phone number.
Here in Noblesville. Connorsville Spartans down 8. Have had a couple of opportunities to cut the deficit to less than 8, I should say. Away from the ball foul from Gage Brown gives Noblesville the basketball.
Yeah, they've had plenty of opportunities tonight to bring this game within closer to what it's been. At one point it was a tie ball game, and we see here in the second half they've had a lot of opportunities to bring it to a tight ball game.
Aaron Fine brings the ball up for Noblesville. He's looking over his offense. E.J. Smith with the basketball. Yes, Fine has it again. Back to Smith, to Bean. Bean is driving inside. He's going all the way, and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line for two. Not sure who they're going to call that on.
Well, it looks like it may have been Sparks. He was fouled from behind. It's hard to see his fingers from up here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was on Sparks. His first, team's first. No, team's second. Forgot Gage had that away. Bean is up the ball, Cooper Bean. And he sinks his first one. 9-point Noblesville lead. Bean spins the basketball. It hits nothing but net. Connorsville down 10. James Williams coming in for Gage Brown. Toby Billups going to trigger it in. Dishes it off to Josh Williams. Toby Billups to the left side. Toby Billups is setting the two picks there from Lucas Barron and Josh Williams, and that ball's tipped away.
Can't ignore Sparks' defensive hustle and offensive hustle tonight for sure.
Yeah, that's how he knows how to play is hustle, hustle, hustle. Josh Williams, James with the ball. He's going up. He's fouled before the shot. That's going to be on Cooper Bean. That's Noblesville's second foul of this half. Caleb Sparks shoots for three, and it's off the front of the rim. Oh, it goes in. Wow, that was unbelievable. It bounced.
The dagger three, I mean, he was bending a little bit on that. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, from this angle, it looked like it was coming back off the rim, but now the Spartans cut the lead to 7. That's Fine over there to number 23. He's going inside, and he's got a foul. James is going to be called on that one, James Williams.
You know, back to Sparks 3, I like to call that the quiet bounce.
Yeah.
Sadly, that wasn't a game winner over the Philadelphia 76ers in the Game 7 series, but still a beautiful shot.
As long as it goes in, it's beautiful. Preston Roberts at the line for Noblesville. And he sinks his first one.
I beg to differ. As long as it goes in, it's beautiful. I mean, you see me shoot a three. If it goes in, it's definitely not a beautiful shot.
Yeah, but when I see it on the scoreboard, it's like, I think it was a good shot.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm like you, not very good at all. Preston Roberts, his second one, hard off the rim. Spartans down 8. Toby Billups bring the basketball up. E.J. Smith on him. Williams twins, and along with Braxton Myers and Caleb Sparks. Toby Billups off to Caleb Sparks. Toby Billups is driving. He's dishing it out to Josh Williams, who thought about taking a three, but he thought about driving. And that's going to be a foul before the shot on, it looks like Cooper Bean's going to get called on that one again. That should be his third foul, third team foul. No, I'm sorry, it is on Bean. That's his third foul. He's coming out. He's going to be replaced by their big guy, Cameron Carnes. Josh Williams with the basketball. Caleb Sparks back to Josh Williams. Josh driving, stops over to Billups. Billups, Braxton Myers for three. He's hard off the rebound. Caleb Sparks with the rebound, and he's fouled.
It wasn't a bad choice to go for the pump fake at all. I mean, at any point he could have been swatted on that play and just really made a smart decision by pumping it, getting the ball stripped enough where he got a foul on it.
He's going to the line for a shot. Caleb Sparks. He shoots his first one, and it goes in, cuts the lead to 7 once again. He's got 10 points tonight.
Unsung hero is Sparks.
Yes, he is, and he shoots his second. That gets nothing but net. Connorsville down 6, 37-31. Fine brings the basketball up. That's over to Aladar. Smith with the basketball. He's driving and was wanting a foul as Toby Billups and James Williams picks him up.
Well, you can't ignore how how contained he was on how fast he came in the paint. And that was really incredible.
Nice, beautiful steal there from Braxton Myers. Josh Williams on the attack. And he looks like, I thought he had an open lane there, but closed it up pretty quickly. Carter Bodwell then for the Spartans dishes it over to Caleb Sparks.
Well,
Williams over to Bodwell.
They stopped the fast break.
Yeah.
They just need to stop the play if you're the Millers.
Yeah,
the Spartans, you don't want that.
Yeah, Spartans definitely need to score right here. Let's cut this lead from 6 down to 4, maybe possibly even 3. Carter Bodwell with the basketball, 1:40 to go. And that's going to be a foul. I think they're going to be calling that on Braxton. He's not happy at all.
It just looked like a matter of them getting tangled up at that point. And, I mean, you look at it, there really wasn't a push on Braxton's side. He had his hands up the whole time, calling for the ball. They just got tangled up. And Almodovar got the foul.
That's exactly what Braxton's telling the guys in Stripe, saying, hey, buddy, I had my hands up. But whatever he said to the guy in Stripes, it did not change the call at all, as Smith has the basketball. Carter all over him, and that's a dish inside. That's a charge. Braxton Myers taking the charge. Carter Bodwell bringing the basketball up for Connorsville Spartans. Caleb Sparks shoots from about 12 foot, misses it. Alan Darvar brings it up, and he looks like he's going to go all the way, and he is going all the way. Hits, it goes in and out. Caleb Sparks with the rebound. Carter brings it up for Connorsville. Carter Bodwell with the basketball, likes to bring it out. Off to Josh Williams. Carter Bodwell over to Sparks. Sparks gets dishing it inside to Williams, who's going to go all the way. He gets it off the glass. James Williams brings the Spartans to within 4. The Millers looking like they're going to be taking the last shot. E.J. Smith with the basketball. Bodwell on him. Less than 25 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Nice defense there from Carter Bodwell as the faithful on hand, giving them their approval. Smith goes inside, splits the defense off to Almodovar, and another charge. Braxton Myers takes his second charge with 10.9 seconds to go. The Spartans could cut it within 1. .9 seconds to go. A second charge. Josh Williams goes out. Toby Billups comes in. Connorsville definitely, without question, needs to score right here. Toby Billups brings up, goes to his left side. Caleb Sparks for 3. He's, rams it in and out. Preston Roberts hits. That was close. Wow.
That was scarily close. Yeah.
Very entertaining third quarter. Connorsville down 4, 37-33. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Reed Health Sports Medicine provides an athletic trainer to the Connorsville Spartans through the support of Reed Foundation. Athletic trainers normally are present at most practices and sporting events. They can respond to an injury within seconds, determine the immediate needs of the athlete, and either begin treatment or initiate emergency management within the first few minutes. If your athlete suffers a sports injury, Reed Health's Athletic Training Clinic can provide injury treatment sessions using multiple modalities, rehab protocols, and treatment techniques to ensure your athlete doesn't miss a day without progressing forward. Learn more at reedhealth.com. Are you thinking about buying or selling your home? Stay local and call Trish Smith at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. She will walk you through the process to make an easy transition and lead you to your dream home. Please contact Trish at 265-2663 to begin your journey today.
Back here in Noblesville, Connorsville cut the lead to 4. What a great third quarter. Wasn't able to get that last second shot that they wanted, but nonetheless, momentum clearly on the side of the Spartans.
Well, for them having 32 in the first half, and only scoring 5 in the second half so far.
Yeah.
I'd say the Spartans are in a pretty
Actually,
solid
they had 34.
34.
It was
okay.
34-22. Connorsville outscored them 11
right,
to 11 to 3.
That's
Yeah, that defense clamped down, and the Millers made a lot of mistakes that the Connorsville took advantage of. Toby Phillips over to Josh Williams. Josh goes out to Caleb. He sets up for 3. He's got it. And the Spartans are now down 1. This ball game is completely different than it was over the last 2 quarters, as the faithful who are here, who seem to almost outnumber the home team, they're alive. Preston Roberts goes inside. He loses it a little bit. Alan Dalvar with the shot. Or no, it's a pass over to Roberts, and they're going to look like they're going to call that on Braxton Myers.
Myers is the suspect for all fouls tonight.
Yeah, and he has his hands up every time. He's not happy and liking those calls at all.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, he's played tough, and I feel like a lot of times just gets tangled up. He's in the wrong place at wrong time type situation.
Yeah, fine inside, and that's going to be off Caleb right there. It was almost a steal from Caleb, who anticipated that pass. Spartans down 1, 7:18 to go. Referee saying something to Carter Bodwell. Fines triggering it in. And he's throwing it off to Alam Davar, and Braxton Myers on him. Boy, that Alam Davar, you got to get a hand in that guy's face. Boy, oh, that was a lane wide open there. Fine for 3 off the rim, and that's going to be Connorsville basketball. Connorsville has a chance to take the lead.
Maybe not the smartest decision there by Preston, or Robert, sorry. Called him by his first name. I think it was his last, and not the best decision there by Roberts to tap the ball instead of grab the rebound, but it was good for him on that side of being able to box out Josh Williams, one of our best rebounders on the team.
Hopefully the Spartans can, Josh, I thought he was going to take a 3. Toby inside to Braxton, who's going to go up and miss. Oh, misses an easy bucket right there. Hesitation cost Braxton Myers right there, but we know that he'll get another opportunity and take advantage of it. Fine with the basketball. Over to Bean. Bean trying to get inside to Roberts. Fine shoots, and he gets the floater.
That one's got to sting to let up that kind of bucket there.
Yeah.
It's not what you wanted to let up, but that one's definitely got to sting.
Toby Phillips with the basketball. Over to Braxton Myers. And
not this time pass there.
Not a good pass there. Roberts is fouled by Josh Williams. Roberts is going to go to the line for 2. Not sure what his free throw percentage is, but they've been very good tonight, free throws.
Usually I'm pretty good about writing down free throw percentages tonight. I may have miswrote a couple of things where I had to redo half my paper. So I do not have his free throw percentage, but tonight he's only about 50% from the line.
They've been
no,
really
he's,
good.
3 for 4 from the line is Roberts.
They've been
because
very
he had
good.
3 free throws.
Yeah, they've been very good tonight from the line. Preston Roberts looking to capitalize on the Spartans' miscue right there. Hard off the back of the rim. Gage Brown coming back in. Caleb Sparks back as well. Preston Roberts thinking about that one. He's not liking missing that. It's in his head right now. Trying to shake it off. As it's a 3-point lead for Noblesville. This could give them a little extra cushion, and it goes in and out again. The Connorsville Spartans with the rebound. Toby Phillips thinking he's got all the time in the world to cross the timeline. He finally does. Over to Josh Williams on his left side. Carter Bodwell with the basketball. Over to, now they're going too fast, and Josh Williams right there for 3, and he's got it! And this ball game is tied.
Give him another one. 2 threes of the night from Williams. One of the unspoken heroes defensively and offensively tonight as he has 10.
Adam Dalvar to Smith. Smith over to Fine. Carter all over him. And that's a nice anticipation there from Caleb Sparks. He's coming up. Josh Williams thought about taking a 3. He's driving over to Carter Bodwell, who shoots a 3. Carter gets it! Carter Bodwell with a three-pointer, and the Connorsville Spartans have a 3-point lead with 5:09 to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Connorsville Spartan Sports. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Gina Hartman, Devin Hornsby, and Gary Reebsummer for your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back in Noblesville, Connorsville Spartans have a 3-point lead on a 3 from Caleb Sparks and a 3 from Carter Bodwell. Unbelievable turn of events for the Connorsville Spartans, as this game has a totally different dynamic now that the Spartans have roared their way back to a 3-point lead against the Noblesville Millers.
Yeah,
they're going crazy.
I mean, you saw the smile on my face.
Yeah.
I go to school with these guys, and it's nice to see them hit those threes. And to see Bodwell ready and patient in the corner for that shot and just waiting for it. It's beautiful to get the lead. And Josh Williams able to get the other three-pointer.
Oh, yeah, it was
Gotta
Josh.
love it.
Yeah.
Comeback Kings.
Yeah, I said it was Caleb, but Josh Williams there for 3. Alam Dalvar, if he can hit that from 35, goes off the back of the rim, and the rebound tipped over to Josh Williams. Connorsville Spartans with the basketball on the attack. Williams brings the ball up across the timeline. Over to Carter Bodwell. Carter looking to pass it inside, but elects not to. Brings it up to the top of the key over to Caleb Sparks. Caleb Sparks over the left side. There's an away from the ball foul. And it looks like it's going to be against Fine. That's going to put the Spartans at the line. Gage Brown has an opportunity to extend the lead to 5 for the Spartans if he makes his first shot here. That's Fine's third free throw. Gage Brown with his first one. That's up and in. Connorsville up 4, 43-39. I tell you what, this will be definitely off the back of the rebound, or off the in and out back of the rim. Still Connorsville up 4. Fine with the basketball over to Alan Dobrov. He takes the dribble and misses it inside. Caleb Sparks with the rebound. Boy, we know how that feels. The Spartans know how that feels. They've missed a few of those themselves tonight.
Yeah, they really have. And it's right now. It's just poise and effort.
Toby Billups driving inside. He's going out to Caleb Sparks. He shoots it. He's got it! Caleb Sparks! And the Spartans now up 7. 4 minutes to go here in this ball game. Smith with the basketball. Over to Fine. Fine over to Bean. Bean looking to drive on Caleb. He misses it. Caleb has the basketball. He's looking to go over to Toby Billups, and there's going to be a kick ball violation. And oh my goodness, this has got me out of my seat right now. And Ron, you know for a fact that has me out of my seat. You are going ballistic, and it's okay. Justin's over there about ready to come out of his seat. He's going crazy. He's shaking his head. This is exciting basketball. Carter Bodwell high with the basketball. He dribbles to his left side. He's got a lane. He's dishing off to Gage. Gage goes up. He's got the foul. He's going for 2. As the faithful coming out of their seat.
Ron, be honest with us. Did you think that went in for a second?
I thought it did. From where we're at, I thought it did. I was about ready. I was about ready to go ballistic. From our angle, it looked like it went in. And then I thought, well, it did.
Maybe it was just the glasses.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah. Did you?
Maybe you need to get those checked out.
I need to. Well, from this angle, from where I'm at. And I knew that one went in, but when I realized the net didn't ripple, it didn't. I realized it didn't go in. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Gage Brown, his second shot is good, and the Connorsville Spartans now up 9 here on Noblesville. Who would have thought that they were down 12 at half?
Brown is 62% free throw shooter, proving it to 100% tonight.
Yeah, I like that.
Really improved his game from the free throw line.
Fine with the basketball. Carter Bodwell and him. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Bodwell. And that's Connorsville. That's their 7th. So Fine will be at the line for a 1-and-1. Connorsville up 48-39, 3:23 to go. Fine's first one goes in, nothing but the bottom of the net. Preston Roberts looking for a call right there as he stumbles out of bounds. Didn't get the call. Fine with his second shot to cut the lead to 7. And it goes in. Josh Williams triggering the attack. The press is on for Noblesville. Connorsville breaks it very successfully. Carter going all the way, and he's got the foul. He's going to the line. Little guy went strong there to the hoop right there. Didn't get the bucket, but has an opportunity to get 2 right here.
You know, Ron, I was joking with you earlier about thinking that one went in on Gage, but I think that one went in harder.
Yeah, it's
a little deceiving from here.
Yeah, it's a lot different up here. My nose is bleeding. We're so high. Carter Bodwell with the opportunity to get 2 more free throws for the Connorsville Spartans. He shoots his first one, and it goes in beautifully, hitting the bottom of the net. 49-41, 3:17 to go. Carter Bodwell sinks his second one.
That's what you want. 5 points from Bodwell, 3.9 point per game scorer. He usually is. Tonight has 5.
Smith goes inside. Preston with the rebound right there and gets a quick look back. And Smith is down. Looks like he hit his head. And he's down on the ground as he gets back up rather quickly, thank goodness.
Yeah, definitely not what you want. And Smith being a 17.8 point per game scorer, you know he's being looked at by multiple schools.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without
question. So a high-caliber scorer and a high-caliber passer as well with 3 points, 3 assists. He's pretty solid for high school basketball.
Williams over to Billups to Sparks. The Sparks effectively breaking the press. Josh Williams over to Carter Bodwell, being all over Carter. Carter brings it out. Connorsville may look to be eating some clock as Toby drives inside. He dishes off to Gage Brown, who's got the kiss off the glass. Connorsville up 52-43.
The floor general is what they call him. And
yeah, that's right.
Gave him the bounce pass to Brown, and that's one of his greatest finds is Brown.
Yeah, and Brown's the recipient of that. And Josh steals it right there for Sparks. He's going all the way to his left side. Oh, the rim. He deflects it off the rim.
2 of those on the break.
Yeah, Olamarov is blocked by Gage.
Give him a swat on that.
Yeah, Olamarov going, and there's a charge.
Go.
There's a charge. Toby Billups picks up the charge. Olamarov is down, taking his. I don't think he was
flopping tonight like a fish.
And there's a timeout from Noblesville. The faithful going crazy here in Noblesville. Connorsville up 52-43. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's events like this game that make our community such a great place in which to live, work, and play. All of us at FCN Bank applaud the CHS Spartan for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for reminding us once again why we all choose to call this place home. FCN, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Go CHS Spartans. Good luck. FCN Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in Noblesville, Connorsville up 9, 52-43, 2:17 to go. And this ball game, a charge on Alamdavov against Toby Billups gives the Spartans an opportunity to stretch the lead to 11. And that's almost, and that's going to be a foul on Alam Davar, and that's going to put Caleb Sparks to the line. With 2:10 to go, 52-43 is the lead for the Spartans. Caleb going to be shooting 2.
Well, the way he landed had me scared for a second. It definitely was an awkward landing, so I'm glad to see him safe from that land.
Very much so. That's the 10th foul. Caleb Sparks shooting 2. And his first one is off the back of the rim. 2:10 to go, still plenty of time to go. These free throws are a premium at this moment. Sparks shoots his second one. He makes that one, 53-43. Connorsville up 10. And finally the basketball picked up by Smith. He brings it up quickly to Bean. Bean driving to his left side. He shoots it, and it's going to be a foul against Gage Brown. Caleb has 18 points tonight for the Spartans. Bean going to the basketball. That's Brown's 3rd foul. Bean gets a shot for 2. Or a shot, I don't know, they're giving 2 on that. I forgot he was in an act of shooting. So he makes his first one. Connorsville timeouts. 53-44 is the Spartans lead. 2:04 to go here. And Noblesville, what looked like Noblesville clearly taken over at that end of the second quarter with a 12-point lead, and the way that they were playing. If you would have told me with 2:04 to go, Nathaniel, that Connorsville would have a 9-point lead, I would probably not believe you.
Yeah, and it's all credit to how they played as a team. They've really communicated well. They've been getting it going from 3. Sparks being one of those guys that mentioned from 3. I think 5 threes tonight, 21 points.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? And it's really been a matter of picking up the slack. They've held the Millers to, I believe, 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah.
Well, now 11. And they've really picked it up defensively.
Yeah, they have. Their defense has been incredible. Carter Bodwell being all over him. He breaks the press. He dishes it off to Josh Williams. Josh Williams over to Toby Billups. Toby drives inside. He's net, and looks like the Spartans going to be eating a little bit of clock right here. And that's almost a steal from Noblesville. Toby Billups picks up the ball again. So again, Connorsville out going to the line is Carter Bodwell, is Bean with the foul right there. 8-point lead for the Spartans, 53-45. Carter with a chance to extend the lead back to 10. 1:32 to go.
The Spartans are really picking up the slack here and really doing a great job.
Carter playing hard off the back of the rebound, or back of the rim. Now again, still a lot of time to go. We have seen the Millers sink a lot of threes. And how fast they are, anything can happen. Carter Bodwell with his second one. That rims in and out, and that's going to be Noblesville basketball. Gage Brown was hoping that it went off Miller, but no, it went off him. And 1:30 to go. Now we're coming up on less than 90 seconds to go right now. Connorsville up 9 as Miller brings up the basketball. He's off to Almadarov, who hits a 3. It's off the rim. Too hard. Tip back out to Fine, who shoots a floater. That goes in and out. Fine back with the basketball. That's going to be a foul. It looks like on Josh Williams. We'll find out who gets the foul, but Fine will be at the line for 1.
It looked almost like a circus out there. They were performing the juggling act.
Yeah, I didn't know who was going to get it, like hot potato. 45, or 53-45. Connorsville up 8. Fine at the line, shooting 1. His first shot is a short, and Caleb Sparks comes up with the rebound. Connorsville up 8. Miller's pressing. And there's a foul right there from Alam Davar. Josh Williams going to the line for 2. And that's Alam Davar's 5th. He's out. He knew he was out with that one right there. Josh Williams at the line shooting 2 to extend the lead possibly to 10 with 1:06 to go. Connorsville Spartans enjoying an 8-point lead. Josh with a shot off the couple sides of the rim. Spartans really need to work on their free throws. Hasn't hurt them yet tonight. Another missed opportunity. Josh is going to get fouled on that one. Fine's going back to the line. It's going to be 1-1 for Fine.
Yeah, a lot of fouls here in this fourth quarter, and we really got to give credit to the Spartans offense playing a high caliber powerhouse here in the second half, and causing a lot of these fouls.
Fine with the shot.
Saw miss his last free throw before this.
53-46. Connorsville up 7. 1:04 to go. Fine with another shot, and it hits a couple of the rims.
It's had 4 free throws here in this fourth quarter, so it really fouled. I mean, we fouled a lot too if you think about it.
Connorsville up 7. Toby Billups going to the line. Fine trying to plead his case that he had all ball right there, but Toby Billups going to the line shooting 2.
Well, we got to think Billups should have a good opportunity here. This is a 76% free throw shooter. So he really has a good opportunity here to put the score up.
Toby Billups shooting 2, 59.2 seconds to go. Connorsville up 6, 53-47. Toby gets that one. I thought was going to come off the rim, but
it makes you nervous.
Yeah, made me very nervous. 54-47. 7-point lead for the Connorsville Spartans. Toby Billups his second shot, and that's good.
There we go. Give him another one.
Connorsville 55-47. I think that's Toby's, fourth point tonight? Ooh, nice move there from Smith.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
They're tricky inside. Let me tell you, they're fighting back here.
That was absolutely beautiful. 6-point lead for the Spartans. 51.4 seconds to go. This could be an eternity. I mean, this is just a 2-possession.
It's 51 seconds to go.
Yeah.
It's felt like almost 3 hours. So.
That's right, here in this fourth quarter, last 3 or 4 minutes. Connorsville up 6. You know, the way the Connorsville Spartans have shot free throws, you know, anything can happen here with 51.4 seconds to go. Both teams in the double bonus, so both teams get at least 2 shots at the free throw line. If you're the Millers, you got to be feeling good with the way the Spartans have been shooting free throws.
And if for us, you got to be feeling good as well, because we're getting our hours clocked in tonight with how long this game is going on.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true.
But no, it's all jokes aside. It is a great ball game tonight, and it's a 6-point deficit for the Millers. At one point, he got us down 12. So
that's
it's really
right.
been a great fight by the Spartans. The Sparks have pulled it in to Williams.
Williams looking to draw the foul. Miller's pressing, only got 10 seconds to get it over the line, and there's going to be a timeout from Kerry Brown. Wisely called, 44.6 seconds to go. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Or no, it looks like he may be taking a full timeout. 44.6 seconds to go. Connorsville up 6 points. Yeah, we always bring this up when there's this close of a ball game. We go back to the NBA when Reggie Miller, of course this is before your time, Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in 9 seconds or 9 points in 8 seconds, something like that. It was crazy. Hit a 3, stole it, hit another 3, and hit a couple free throws to seal the deal for the Indiana Pacers. 6-point lead with 44.6 seconds to go is not insurmountable. It's a very
definitely possible. I mean, we've seen T-Mac, Tracy McGrady before score 13 points in 13
That's
seconds.
Right, yeah.
And, anything is possible in basketball. Anything is possible in sports. I mean, heck, I can catch a 400-yard touchdown if I wanted to.
Yeah, you probably could.
anything is possible. The sports is where the magic happens. It's like
That's
Disney
right.
World.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Except it's not as costly.
It's definitely not.
getting to Disney
It's not the
World.
rides. Well, there is the rides. It's a lot of up and down.
Yeah,
roller coasters.
emotionally. Yeah, the
roller coasters,
emotional.
emotions.
Yeah, Connorsville called timeout because the press there from the Millers, and wisely called timeout as Josh Williams brings it up to Carter Bodwell, and Carter's immediately fouled. And I don't even know if any time came off the clock. If it did, it was maybe a tenth or two of a second as Carter's going to the line for 2 shots right here to extend the lead for the Spartans. Spartans up 6.
This is looking to put them near the double digits, putting them near 10. This will put them at 8 if they're able to score these 2. As he scores the first one, it rattles around. That's
Long as it goes
7
in.
points in 1 quarter. It's impressive.
Yeah. Carter Bodwell looking to extend the lead for the Connorsville Spartans to 8 points, 56-49 right here, 43.4 seconds to go. Carter looks, spins the basketball around, hits his second shot. No, I thought, and that's going to be Connorsville basketball.
Love.
Yeah, that was going off Roberts. Roberts not happy at all about that, but definitely went off him. Josh Williams going to trigger it in for the Spartans.
Well, you got to think, if you're the Millers, you're going to foul the chance you get. As soon as they touch that ball, you're taking a personal foul.
Yeah, definitely don't want to take too much time off the clock as Gage passes it around to Toby Billups. Toby is looking to eat some clock. He's finally fouled by number 22, Nolan Decker for Noblesville. Toby Billups, the general, at the line to extend the lead from 8 points. No, from 7 points to 9 points. 56-49, 37.7 points. General's first shot is in.
Gives him 3 from the free throw line, 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, Connorsville looking to extend the lead to a 3-possession ball game right here as the faithful. Well, I tell you what, we have a good turnout tonight from the faithful up here in Noblesville. We may have more people as Toby extends the lead now to 9 points, 58-49. And that's
Way
in and out.
downtown. Another one from the suburbs of Indy.
Yeah, well, it still says 57-49. I thought it was Connorsville with an 8-point lead. I could have swore. Maybe I'm wrong. Smith with the basketball. He's dribbling inside. He's going in, and he's. I didn't recall that. Yeah, I recall that blocking foul against Carter. Smith is going to the line. 25 seconds to go. 57-49. Carter Bodwell with his 4th foul. Smith with the basketball. 25 seconds to go. And I don't know why I thought that should have been 58-49. But I was wrong. 57-50, 7-point lead for the Connorsville Spartans. E.J. Smith at the basket, or at the free throw line, shooting his second shot. It's up and it's good. Josh Williams over to Kev. Sparks Kev's looking to avoid the foul, to keep the clock going. Carter Bodwell over to Gage Brown, who lays it in.
I thought for a second he was going to dunk it. I've seen him dunk those shots
he would.
before.
I was hoping he would. Smith with a long 3. That's going out of bounds.
Caught wind.
60-51. Connorsville Spartans with a 9-point lead as the faithful are out of their seats. They're loving it. As the Connorsville Spartans down 12 at 1 point. Walks out of here with a well-earned victory, and you can see the love on the face of the boys and the faithful as they pulled it back up as Toby Billups is telling the faithful to come on. Connorsville Spartans with a 60-51 victory, down 12 at half. Would have never thought that the Connorsville Spartans would have put off that kind of performance in that second half.
Oh, man. What a nail-biter that was in the first half. And then the second half, it almost seemed like the Spartans were in control. Even when they were down, it seemed like they were in control. And now the Spartans pick up their 11th win of the season, ending their 1-game losing streak. Well, can't really call it a streak if it was just 1 game. But ending their 1-game loss to now extended to 1-game win. Now the Spartans looking to come back even stronger the following weeks.
Yeah, Connorsville Spartans with a 60-51 victory over the Noblesville Millers, who last night knocked off the number 1 team in 4A by a huge margin. Tonight, they themselves get knocked off by the Connorsville Spartans. Final thoughts tonight.
Final thoughts. Oh my gosh. There's so many of them. Let me tell you, first off, Sparks. Great shooter, definitely showed it tonight.
Yes, he
missed
did.
that first 3 early in the first. Was able to pick it up from there on out. Had about 5 threes, I believe. Yeah, because he had 18 points. About 4 threes or 5 threes on the night. Really picked it up. And then Bodwell as well, great bench player. Great guy coming off the bench to step it up for the Spartans, kind of ignite a spark. Myers played great defense. Billups
Yes,
led
he
the
did.
way on the floor, passing-wise. Sullenberger didn't get as many minutes as he wanted to when he was out there. He played some crucial minutes. Besides those 2 turnovers on the traveling violation, he really did play great defense. Josh
he did.
Williams, James Williams, Gage Brown all played amazing as well.
A
Team effort.
Team victory for the Connorsville Spartans. Victorious tonight against the Noblesville Millers, 60-51. We'll catch you next week. This does it for tonight's production. For John Palsy back at the studio, Justin Roberts here making us look good. I'm Ronnie Wiley along with Nathan Shaw. Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend.